Welcome, friends. How are you, Cassandra and Coriann?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so it was Cassandra first, then Coriann. This is the first time we've had two guests on. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Cassandra, why don't you tell us what you are loving at the moment?
All right, so right now this is kind of hard to think about, but then I don't know. After I crafted an idea, I decided I'm really actually loving the Beauty Counter eyeshadow palettes, especially like the Necessary Nudes. I don't know. I feel like I'm obsessed with it, and I've been wearing it in the morning before work and stuff whenever I usually use not to put it on because it's so easy to wear and everything. So I guess I'm really loving eyeshadow right now.
You find it necessary in your life?
Yes, I like it.
What about you, Coriann? What are you loving?
I am kind of going opposite of Cassandra. So I am loving putting some Celtic sea salt in my water lately. Yeah, so since we launch on Thursday, a lot of final details to take care of. Good stress because it's exciting, but yeah, so been putting some salt in my water to get some extra support for my adrenals and all the stress.
Have you been doing anything else for your adrenals? I'm asking not for a friend, but for myself.
I have been taking some mushroom powders in the morning in my coffee, and then I'll take just the regular adrenal support from Gaia Herbs, I think it is. I've been taking that, and I can tell a load of difference.
What's all in that? Is it like ashwagandha and?
Yeah, it's I can't remember everything that's in that, but I know that ashwagandha is one thing that's in it.
Awesome.
And I've also been doing that, like adrenal support because of life and everything. I've been using Biotics. I believe it is ADHS. It's just a blend of them as well.
I have the Celtic sea salt in my little cocktail here, which is not actually adult beverage. It's like straight up recovery drink. And I also have a bunch of Celtic sea salt in there.
Yeah.
Nice. I've just been taking my adaptocrine every day. That's what I do for adrenal support. But it's got like your ashwagandha and your rhodiola and licorice root. I love it, man. It's just, I feel a difference when I stop taking it for a while.
Yeah.
It's so needed.
For sure.
Support those little adrenal glands.
Yes.
Give them a hug.
Every day.
All right. Well, I am so excited to have you guys on. And I was like so excited when I saw that you guys had formed a partnership and with this Strong Soul series. So why don't we just get into it and tell us what is the Strong Soul series?
Okay, so basically it is a monthly subscription program that is all education based around women's holistic wellness topics. So whenever you think subscription, you might think like it's just emails or templates or like the minimum because it's only a month, but it is actually pretty much like a whole course. It's totally loaded with so much information. We're just having it a subscription based because we want our members to receive exclusive support throughout their entire health journey and just life in general. And then our big goals are that we never let our members like hang basically, so that we're always there for them if they, if they're having a tough time during the holidays or maybe like Mother's Day or whenever during the year, they can kind of have us to fall back on. So it's like a constant support. And then we're also really focused on building a community within our members. So just, again, allowing them to have access like to us all the time instead of just like for 30 or 90 days or whatever, like a course might be.
Now, there's actually another question that I want to ask that I should have asked before that. Like, how did this whole idea come about?
Okay, so I guess I'll go. It's kind of weird being like 4 of us on here.
Yeah.
Should I ask like specific people?
No, I think we got it covered, but
just don't go off script again.
Pretty much, but we'll be okay. Yeah, so it was kind of really weird because we didn't really talk that much. Like we've talked, like we didn't really connect during the program, the nutritional therapy program. But how we kind of started like talking was I did a book club for the book A Tribe Called Bliss. And then we kind of started that, and Coriann was in the book club. But then like we just started texting each other like nonstop. Like my husband was pretty much like, is Coriann like your new boyfriend or something? Because like we were texting and just I think cracking each other up the entire time, and it was really weird. And Coriann, you can say like, no, that wasn't it, but it was weird because like we would say something and it would be like, oh my gosh, like I feel the exact same way. And it was just I don't know, it kind of happened really organically.
Yeah. I felt the same way, like she said, just going into it, since we didn't really connect in the nutritional therapy program. And then, just texting back and forth and using way too many emojis for the average person probably should. And then we just kind of both had these ideas going back and forth. And then it was kind of just like, why don't we do this? Let's meet, let's bring our ideas together. And then the idea came.
Yeah, because we both were kind of like, well, I'm doing this thing separately, and like we were both talking about launching it in November, and like it was just, there was so many similarities that we kind of just found out organically that we both were doing like behind the scenes in different areas. And then we just talked about it, and we were like, well, it probably would be easier to have 2 people than just like one person trying to do all this. So then we just took a leap for it.
I love it.
And after starting it, there definitely needs to be like 7 people doing this.
Yeah, it's been really intense. So we literally started, like, we decided to do this. I don't even know if it's been exactly 2 months.
Yeah.
So we formed the LLC, like we're 100% official. Like this program is like a business on its own. And then like just everything from website, and you guys know all the stuff that has to go into it. But yeah, it's literally been like 2 months or a month and a half of really long nights.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's really exciting. And I think that honestly, like that's how the best things happen. It's just super organically, when the universe just like brings you together like that, that is just super cool. I think that magical things can kind of happen when 2 people just really start communicating and like building a friendship, and then like grow this beautiful flower, which is like now at your business, so to speak, kind of thing. So yeah, that's really cool. Congrats, guys. I'm excited for you guys to launch and check it out and what it's all about.
It's gonna be exciting.
Yeah. But the other thing too that's pretty cool is how you guys said like you started this and it's like a business that almost takes like 7 people. I mean, just think of where you guys are at now, and then like imagine the potential. And I'm sure you guys have a lot of goals and all that kind of stuff. So that's really exciting too. Just kind of where you can take it.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
So yeah, I was just going to say with kind of like talking about goals and stuff, I was just going to ask you, what are like the core beliefs behind the series?
So, for our business that we have for the Strong Soul series, it's really focused around a few beliefs that Cassandra and I are really passionate about. So one of the most important core beliefs we have is kind of empowering other women, because we truly feel that women should feel confident and beautiful in their own body, and really just embracing all the chaos in your life, all the calmness in your life, and everything in between. And another of our core beliefs is education. So we're all nutritional therapy practitioners. We basically signed up to be teachers forever. So education is a big part of it. In the Strong Soul series, we give women the tools that they need to basically just let go of what's holding them back so that they can become the best version of themselves. And the third core belief we have is to endure. So we teach women how to build a sustainable lifestyle rather than just like a trend or a challenge that's really fleeting and just in the moment. And we really give you the tools to endure any obstacles that come your way as you're walking on your path.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so how does it work? Like, walk us through a month.
Okay, so we kind of developed everything to run solely on its own. So right now, the whole program series runs from our website, which you can find us at www.thestrongsoulseries.com. And this is where members will come and they'll enroll. And we recommend the automated memberships. One, you get a little discount, but we're going to go over some of the other awesome benefits of becoming one of our memberships that is like the subscription based. So you can do that with either a monthly. So just like, I like to think of it like Netflix because that's really relatable. So how Netflix comes out every month, that's what your membership would come out like. And then we also do ones for every 3 months and then every 6 months. So just a little bit of options there. And they vary a little bit. Just for your loyalty, we do give the 6-month membership a little bit more of a discount for paying all at one time and just really committing and investing in your health and your wellness and just like the whole journey of everything. So once they're enrolled, there'll be different topics for each month. So we're getting ready to launch for November. And then after that, if you enroll in November, you'll always have instant access to the next month as a subscribing member, unless if you unsubscribe, which we really hope that you don't because we want you to stay with us. So at the beginning of each month, you'll have full access. And again, everything is hosted on our website. So you'll have downloadable templates for them to use every day. And these are going to change and kind of be focused around whatever the topic is. So sometimes it'll be a little more basic. Other times it'll be getting into like nitty gritty details to help you like pinpoint things in your health journey. So it really changes throughout the different course topics. There's also going to be several content video lessons that are science-based along the lines with nutritional therapy, but also some really great things like mindset and spiritual growth and some other things, because we were really picturing the woman as complete, like mind, body, soul, nutrition, everything kind of in this nice little package to create the ultimate lifestyle and the best version. So all of these things are found really nice and neatly on one page. And then there's also multiple support calls throughout the month where you'll get the chance to ask us questions and we'll give you answers. But it's also like a mentoring call. So not only will we do Q&A, but if you're feeling stuck on like maybe digging into a certain area, we're going to give you like live coaching and mentoring on that call. And then also with the content, everyone receives a workbook for that topic. And again, it just helps our members dig deep and figure out where they need to work on that month. And then, like I mentioned, everything kind of builds on itself. So the whole body with different month topics. Then sprinkled in here and there based on the topic, we'll do like bonus resources and handouts, but everything is, so one thing that I love about our partnership is we are both extremely visual. So content is really important to us, obviously, too, but we also want to create an experience, and we want you to recognize the Strong Soul community and just the branding and the elegance and the masculine, I think, of how women can be. They can have both sides. So everything is really neatly organized and pretty and branded and all of that good stuff too. So yeah, just think of it each month. It's not just emails or a challenge. It's literally like a course in 30 days, basically.
Yeah, your Instagram is already so pretty. And like the emails that I signed up for, oh my gosh, I'm just like, yeah, those two. I mean, looking like everybody should go follow them on Instagram and the Strong Soul series on Instagram because it is so darn pretty. Yeah, like that's a huge compliment to you guys. Like I knew it would be extremely slowly, like
Yeah,
aesthetically pleasing. I don't even know how to say it, but it looks good. Looks dark.
Yeah, the content and the branding and like the color palettes and everything. I mean, you can tell that you guys put a lot of work into it, and it looks really good. Yeah. And it's funny when you were like, both of us are very visual. It was like, yes, you definitely are. I mean, when you go look at their Instagrams and just all of their work, their websites individually and the email like newsletters that they send out, they both put a lot of time and thought into like what that visually, looks like, along with the content, of course. It's all awesome, really good, stellar information. But yeah, so it looks really good. You guys have done an awesome job.
Thank you. I feel like that's part of the reason we've been a little stressed because we really want to bring everyone the best. So we keep tweaking the littlest things, but really because we care so much, like we both said before we kind of got into this that like this idea was our baby, we called it, and it was like our separate baby. And then we're like, literally we care about this so much and care about women's health and just like, oh my gosh, I get excited talking about it. But yeah, we just care a lot.
Yeah. You can definitely tell. So definitely we'll link to you guys' site and everything so people can check it out. But I just think it's awesome you guys have put this together. And on top of like just beyond being a subscription where it's like, okay, yeah, you can subscribe and just get awesome content every month. It's actually like a guided, like educational opportunity type thing, which is kind of, a diamond in the rough, so to speak. Like people aren't really hands-on with their subscription programs like you guys are.
Mm-hmm. So why did you guys decide to do the subscription-based service instead of one large course that people can potentially repeat?
So for us, our goal with the Strong Soul series is really to build a community and support women through all avenues of life. Oftentimes with larger courses, they are focused on one specific topic, most of the time at a huge chunk of change. And then once the course is over, basically sometimes your support ends. So we wanted to provide a continual experience for our loyal members, and so that they can build a foundation and a holistic wellness lifestyle instead of just, like I said earlier, just to complete some trendy challenge or the next thing that you see on Instagram. And we want our members to continue to grow and have a trusted source that they can rely on. So also, just because it's 30 days, I know that might sound like there might not be that much in there, and it's not this huge specific topic focus, but we aren't skimping out on the content at all. There's basically the same amount of content as you would find in one of those larger courses. Like Cassandra said, like video lessons and hands-on workbooks and support calls. And our members are also going to have access to us and support as long as they stay enrolled and subscribed as a Strong Soul member.
Mm-hmm. And the super cool thing about a subscription is you can always, like, as the months go on and you're creating content, you're creating it with like the most up-to-date information and science behind it, which is super awesome. And
yeah, that's another thing that we really like compared to just one specific course, because we are going to be building on that content, and each month is going to be its own standalone course, but they're also going to be building on top of one another. And like you said, in some of those other courses, kind of when it's over, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And in a few months, things might change as far as the science out there and all the information that you have.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and also like from my experience with dealing with my own health journey, I have learned that a health journey is not consistent like forever. So just because one thing works for you at a certain time in your life or has helped you heal at one point, it might not help you. It might not be the answer like 6 months from now. So we're also going to incorporate, some of those topics of like, well, how do you dig deeper in your healing, or how do you maybe like reevaluate your health journey? Because I know when I was first starting out, I thought, well, once I healed, that was it. Like that was all, you're healed. So your health journey is over. And that's really not how it works. So we're really passionate about supporting you long-term through any changes that you have.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm going to ask this question because I'm really curious about it. So when someone signs up, like let's say someone signs up in like 6 months, right? Do they just get access to all the content that you've ever released like the 6 months prior, or do they just kind of like hop in where you guys are at for that month?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So whatever month you join in, you only have access to that month's content and then moving forward. But what we do have in place is a la carte like months. So for example, say like that we're launching in November. So say that you join in January. But you look at the topics from November and December and are like, well, I think those could really help me. What you can do is you can buy the November and the December content at a la carte pricing. So there's options, and it also gives you a little bit of flexibility to pick and choose. If you do sign up like 6 months from now, you can go look at our past content and kind of pick and choose what you would like. If you are our 6-month subscriber, like say January, you're on board, you sign up for a 6 months subscription, those people will get 5% off of the a la carte pricing. Just again to reward you for loyalty. And if you have any questions about like the pricing, you can reach out to us, but it's also on our website because there are a few different levels of different things to kind of cater to more people and their budget.
Also, one thing with purchasing after the month has ended, we really encourage people to sign up as the months go, instead of trying to go back and pick and choose, because you won't receive the support calls throughout the course that we have for that month. So you don't get as much support. We'll still be there, but it won't be as much support, and you won't get all that extra information of listening to others' questions and hearing them answered. So we really encourage people to sign up as it goes, rather than waiting and going back and purchasing a course.
And one of the main reasons that we did that, like you can still email support us, but one of the main reasons we did that was we really want to create this intimate like community, and we want people to be able to share like some vulnerable things and kind of have like a sacred space, even though it's, through the computer. So if our group didn't, like if a stranger comes in, a new member that the other people might not know, we didn't want to like just start recording that and then give it to a different month, if that makes sense. So we're trying to protect a little bit of, hey, these people signed up in this month. let's get to know them. Let's kind of build that connection instead of just like recording and then having everyone access it. Because we are trying to develop something a little more intimate so that you have that like deeper support, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you say recording, is it going to be like a Zoom call, or what are you guys doing in that way?
Yes. So all the support calls will be on a Zoom call, and they'll be recorded for our members that sign up and that are actively on the call, so that they can play them back. But we're not going to redistribute them to other people that weren't on the call. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now, you guys did answer this, but you mentioned it, but I want to make sure that people know this for sure. When does your first monthly series start?
Okay, so our first series starts in November, so November 1st.
Okay.
And our first series is called Navigating the Holiday Hustle and Bustle. And we wanted to use this one for this time of the year because so often we feel like, we start to just like forget about things, and it starts in fall with all the really good foods, and then Thanksgiving, and then Christmas, and then once we have January, we hit that cycle that everyone hits, and it's like, well, now we're going to start over. And so we wanted to kind of better equip people going inward, so when they got to January, they weren't regretting the last couple months of their health and their wellness. And then we also realized that whenever you are trying to eat different or trying to grow spiritually or mindset or just do something a little different than maybe the rest of your family, that can be an extremely like sticky, tough, really stressful, like everything. And I don't think a lot of people talk about that. But it can be so hard sometimes going home to family whenever you're doing something different. And they're like, well, why would you do that? We've been eating this way for years, or whatever it might be. So we wanted to give that extra support. So November 1st, that is this Thursday, starts our first call. And November series is called Navigating the Hustle and Bustle.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Perfect time for the holidays. Mm-hmm. Now, what about like any hints on future month topics? Because I know you guys say it's going to be changing every single month.
Yeah. So for December, we're basically going to really build on November. Like I said earlier, each month is its own standalone course, but it will be kind of building off of the previous months. So December is going to be kind of around the topic of supporting your immune system with the stresses of holiday and travel, because as we all know, we're getting on planes, we're around new people, and people are coughing or they don't bathe, whatever. So yeah, we're really going to focus on just supporting your immune system. And it's going to be the same kind of structure as November's will be. So you'll get bonus resources, workbooks, and video lessons, and any other resources that we kind of come out that's going to focus around that topic of building your immune system. So also for future topics, we're going to have, we're going to focus with courses on getting familiar with your female body, functional movement that's going to work for your body instead of just running you into the ground, working out, and just how to navigate your menstrual cycle, because a lot of women really are kept in the dark about that stuff as they're growing up. And yeah, we're just going to have a lot of topics. We're also going to have, for our members who sign up, we're going to give them an option to actually suggest a topic that maybe they'd like to learn more about in the future. So that's something we're really excited about, because we really want to see what the community and what our members want to see. So
that's awesome. I want to sign up. So how do I sign up? No, that's really cool though. maybe you guys answered this when you guys were talking about calls. How many calls are you guys going to do in a month?
Well, they do vary just depending on time and trying to figure out, like for instance, November and December, we have the last week, you have a lot of holiday things. So it really just depends. November, we have 3 planned to really prep you. And the 3 are at the beginning of the month because we really wanted to prep you a lot. So that if you're traveling for Thanksgiving or you're busy during that last week, that you're already prepared. So it kind of depends. I hate to give like an exact number that will always be in there, but basically a lot of support to sum it up.
Yeah, that's awesome. I was thinking like maybe 1 or 2, but that's really cool.
Yeah.
Because then people can get on there and get in touch with you when they're like, this topic from this day, I have so many questions, help. Mm-hmm. And then it's cool because they get to talk to a live person that can actually advise them and give recommendations.
Yeah, and we added this into our notes on the website because I feel like video conferencing might be a little new for some people, but once you do it like once or twice, you realize the power in it. And we actually are telling our members that like, hey, we need to see your faces because there is just, it's so cool the world that we live in with technology. Like you get to experience things, and even though we can't be 100% with people, in person, you can still see a lot and learn a lot about someone with their body language and their facial expressions and all of that. So yeah, it's just really cool how we can connect with them.
Mm-hmm. I know it's wild. We're on a Zoom call right now and we're all just like hanging out in a room staring at each other.
Yeah, and we're all in different states, not all different time zones, but 3 different time zones.
Yeah.
I mean, how cool is that? Yeah.
It's really powerful how much of a bigger impact you can have because you're not just limited to like your community anymore. Like you literally can be in touch with anyone as long as you can figure out the time zone difference.
Which, why is that so hard, guys? Like,
I don't know.
Of us struggle with that.
I know. And just a side note, I'm going to go a little off topic because I was trying to figure out like November. So like you have the fall back. I know that's not the technical name, but you turn your clocks back. And then I was like, wait, I think there's some states that don't do that. So now I have to like recalculate all my time zones.
Yeah, who is it? Arizona and Hawaii?
Yeah.
But we made it really clear on the website several different time zones for each call. So
I know.
You have to be super clear about that stuff because people will literally email you and be like, I thought that you were calling me at 11 a.m. my time. It's like, no, buddy, it's 2 p.m. Like you like
well, like Megan before this call. What time are we talking today? 6:30?
She had to screenshot me. Yeah, Eastern time 6:30, and I was like, oh, okay, 5:30 my time. Ta-da! Oh my gosh, that's
okay. So where do people go to sign up?
Okay, so you can go to our website that they're going to link below, but it is thestrongsoulseries.com. And there's a navigation bar at the top that says enroll. That's the really easy way to do it. And then there's also on our about page, you can read all about us. And then you can see the courses below also. So you can sign up on the website and then you'll be ready to go for Thursday whenever we start off. And like I said, that'll give you the most access. If you're like a day or 2 late, you'll still get the information. But our first Zoom call, our first support call is this Saturday. So you want to make sure that you're signed up right away because we really are getting things started like as soon as you sign up. So it's not like you sign up and then you wait a week and we're really, as soon as you sign up, we're taking off. So that's how you can sign up to enroll. And then you can find us on Instagram at the Strong Soul Series. It's a new Instagram, so if you like this idea and you want some encouragement, please, we would love and be so grateful if you went over and followed us and interacted with us there. But you can also follow both me and Coriann on our personal Instagrams. Mine, Cassandra, is at radiating.wellness, and Coriann's is at Corey Hoare. Is that correct? I think it's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll link up to that in the show notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Corey spells her name weird, so.
Yeah. Yes, I know.
Yeah. And it's actually
Thanks,
Corey,
Mom.
not just Corey. So.
Yeah, thanks, Mom.
Yeah. Or Korean, as some people call
Yes. Oh, goodness. I've even had someone call me Coraline.
What?
Like,
Where did you even get that from? Yeah.
There's no L anywhere. They're not
Like,
even close.
I'm pretty sure you just made that up. Oh gosh.
Bless their hearts.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, ladies, I should say, what about like any recent publications or media exposure that people can go and learn more about it from like a third party perspective?
Yeah, so we were just on another nutritional therapist offered to write about us, and we did a guest post on her website, and it's restoringrootswellness.com, and then you would just click on blog, and you'll see the little section there that says the Strong Soul series. So that's one of our recent ones, and then yeah, you guys can listen to this episode too.
We also
I loved it when you guys did the Instagram takeover of Vicky's. That was fun. I was like, oh my God, other friends that I know. Like, what's going on? I was so confused.
Yeah. We also have like on our own separate blogs or in our own individual email list, we have some different blog posts and different articles explaining the Strong Soul series a little bit on there. So if people want to check those out.
Very cool.
And you can look at their pretty visually appealing everything.
Okay, I'm gonna go off script because I have a question for you guys. All right. What is your favorite thing about the series?
Oh man, that's really hard. I feel like, because I know I have a lot. I would say maybe my favorite thing is that Coriann let me put a lot of like mindset, and like she was on board with the more like mind soul and just like incorporating everything. So it's really like this really unique mesh of like everything, instead of doing like all nutrition first and then like the emotional stuff later. Like she was on board with that. So I was like, oh my God, yay.
So basically what she's saying is her favorite thing about the Strong Soul series is me. So.
Pretty much.
Yes.
I really like we said, the content is great, but I really love all the visual things that have to do with not just this month's course, but the website and like the video lessons are going to be amazing. We're going to have the workbook that's just, I love it all. I love all the visual stuff. I love it.
Can I just say that I am so impressed? I mean, of everything, that you guys created a workbook.
Yeah.
Like, that's
a lot of work.
That takes it to a whole nother level. Like,
Yeah.
I'm always, you know, guys, that I'm always impressed by you, but a workbook.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever we first got together, Cassandra was like, I really like writing, but I'm really creative and visual. And I was like, well, I'm really creative and visual, and I like writing too. So this should be interesting. But we're doing a great mesh of both of our ideas together to create this amazing product for everyone.
And yeah, I mean, but besides all of that stuff, it's really fun working together. Like it's been a little stressful, yes, but like it's just really nice to, I don't know, like have that someone that like, not that we're exactly alike because we have some differences, but like it's just really weird, like what we're thinking, and then I'll send something and she'll be like, oh yeah, I was thinking that, or like just and like we're really open with each other. So like we kind of have that honesty, like, look, you're not gonna hurt my feelings. Like just tell me how it is. Like, so that has been really nice. And then we just laugh about it or send like a bunch of emojis. Like, so that has been really fun. And it's always nice to do like work that is really fun. So
yeah, or just send an upside down smiley face after you say something sassy. That's the key.
Yeah. We're starting to pick up on the sassiness of each other, but I don't think, like, I don't even know if other people would realize I'm sassy if you don't like interact with me a lot in real life, like in person. But yeah, I think Coriann's definitely getting a little bit of my sometimes sassiness, which is funny, but yeah.
That's awesome. Now, I have a question. Since you guys are both really like into writing and the visual part of it, do you guys have separate roles? Is there anything where it's like, I take care of this and you take care of that kind of thing?
Do you want me to answer?
Yeah. I'll see what you say.
I'm just curious.
Well, so it has also been really stressful because, I shouldn't like good stress again. But we have literally, so I'm going to admit that whenever I did my nutritional therapy business, I kind of like, what can I do? What can I put on the back burner? Just from logistics. And like, it took me a long time to get an LLC just for my personal business. But like with this, we went in like 150%, like basically feeling like we are a corporation. So we like typed up an operating agreement and like wrote out like rules of like, and I don't know, maybe people are listening and be like, yeah, I've done that. That's not a big deal. But anyways, we literally have like everything written now and just kind of divided it up and like, hey, I trust you. So like you get the final say in this, and you know, like I have the final say in some other things, and just, I don't know. It's been really nice.
Yeah. Well, in the beginning, since this is our, like she said, barely even 2 months ago into now, building this whole business from nothing, we do have the responsibilities. Since there's so much going on, we are a little, maybe you could take this today. Maybe I can take this today.
It's been a little scatterbrained because we've also been trying to figure out like both of our other schedules and fitting life in. So like I still work a part-time job, and Coriann works some different jobs through the week. So like sometimes like I won't have enough time or she won't have enough time. So, but our ultimate goal is to have those clear-cut responsibilities, and we've kind of been experimenting with them here and there. But yeah, we have done this in a really fast time. So
yeah,
I'm proud
so
of us
impressed with your organization.
Yeah.
I'm like, Megan, we need to take some notes.
I know. That's why I was asking. I was like, because Casey and we've definitely been there. Like, all right, this is what you do. This is what I do. You know, but getting busy and like the other person being like, hey man, can you pick up, you know, can you help me out here? You know, like carry me to the finish line for this project. And so I totally get that because we've been there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a learning process, you know, and you grow with it and you learn from it, and it's a really cool experience. So,
and we just laugh a lot along the way. Like we were literally both joking, but being serious about like, you know, hey, we have to remember to eat. Like we're working so hard. Like go take a lunch break, like, or go drink some water with salt in it. Like, so we just like, I don't know, chalk it up as laughter, and we're in it together. So
yeah. But that's nice. It sounds like you guys have a schedule where you can like sit down and probably just like be on Zoom all day while you're like working, but you're like communicating, like you're in a room or something. I don't know. This is just kind of what I'm imagining. This is where it came from. I don't know.
Yeah, meetings on top of meetings on top of meetings is basically it.
Yeah. It's cool though. It's fun. And it's so cool that we get to do all of this online from the comfort of our home or co-working space or whatever, you know?
Yes. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, girls, I am so darn excited for you. Can't wait to share the word and everything. So we will be sure to link everything up. And thank you guys so much for being on.
Yes. Thank you for sharing. We're super excited to launch this and for you guys to get out there. It's really cool stuff. So thank you again for taking the time to share it with us.
Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.